What's up, everybody? It's Bells. Welcome back to my channel. Forgive me for sounding ridiculous. I'm getting over a bout of COVID. Today, I'm going to be tier listing all the books that I read in 2021, and I'm going to actually be organizing them. So by the end of this, you'll know what was my most favorite and my least favorite books of 2021. I haven't done any other videos like this before, so let me know down in the comments if this is something you would be interested in. And if you do enjoy this content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and maybe the little notification bell. I've got a lot of really cool stuff coming out in the next couple months that I'm very excited for, and you're not going to want to miss it. Grab a cup of tea with me and let's bring on the books. So I've never done a tier list before, and I created this, and we're just gonna go. So Norwegian Wood is the first one on here. That is a solid book. That book was great. Next, we've got Mysteries of Adolfo. Oh boy, it was not perfect. But I really did like that. Probably less than Norwegian Wood though. Oh, the Kiss Quotient, perfect. Definitely perfect. How many times have I said it's perfect? A billion? Yeah. Wilbur Smith's Desert God. I read almost this whole series this year, and I shouldn't have. I don't even remember what this one was, but I don't think I hated it as much as the other one. I guess we'll give it yikes with potential. Next is Ariadne. That was good. Did I enjoy that more or less than Norwegian Wood? This is bad that we're on number 5 and I'm already having a hard time with this. I think I enjoyed it less than Norwegian Wood, but more than Mysteries of Adolfo. Dune was great, but real misogynistic. Just like in omission. Misogynistic in omission. It should go at the end of this for that reason. The Long Walk, it was okay. It's our first okay. That book was good, but real bleak and slow, but without like a good reason for it to be slow. River God, perfect. But yeah, definitely behind Kiss Quotient. Anxious People, also objectively like a perfect book. Well, I guess not objectively, subjectively, because that's not an objective opinion. Probably less than River God? Yeah. Oh, The Other Bolin Girl was so good too. Below Anxious People? People Like Her, oh my god, that book was bad. And I would put it in yikes with potential, except for the fact that I feel like it actively went against all the potential it could have had. So because of that, it's our first big yikes. Outlawed, that was okay. I liked it more than The Long Walk. Imaginary Friend is fucking great. That goes at the top of my solid, because it wasn't literally perfect. It was almost perfect. Semantics. Warlock was just boring, but I liked it better than Desert God. Actually, I think this one was okay. I might put this one up here. It was okay. It wasn't great. Court of Thorns and Roses, solid book. Not a lot of things happening other than the romance. I like the second one quite a bit more. I found this one I did not believe the romance at all, which is, I guess, the point if you read the second one. I feel like that's a really weird way to write a story and a series. But what can I say? Sarah J. Maas has made a shit ton of money off of these. I don't know if it was solid. The second one was solid. This one might just be at like the upper echelon of okay. Okay, that's how I feel in this moment, so we're gonna go with that. Stardust. Perfect book. Amazing book. Probably at the end of this, though. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Great. It's so hard with, like, the good books. Like, I don't know how to organize this. I'm trying to think back to how I felt when I was reading them. I think it goes above Anxious People, but below River God. Not One of Us. I don't even remember this book. I think the uncle did it in the end, which I had called from like chapter 2. It's gonna go, I didn't like actively hate it though. It was just boring. Maybe below Desert God, since I can't remember it. Okay, The Wedding Game. The Wedding Game was good. That was fun. We'll put it below Dune though. Milk Fed was good. I think that goes above Outlawed, but below Court of Thorns and Roses. The Reading List. That book was so good. It wasn't literally perfect though. If you go and watch my wrap up where I talk about this, I go into it a little bit, but I think that goes, oh no, I don't know. It's gonna go there. It's gonna go there. The Elementals. I really liked that book. I think I'll put that here. Yeah. I'm gonna validate my own feelings here. Mistborn! Obviously a perfect book. I don't know where it goes in this lineup though. I don't know if I like it better than The Kiss Quotient. That's a hard one to beat. It's gonna go above River God and below The Kiss Quotient. Or below River God. I think that's good. Sirens of Titan, oof. I have a lot of feelings about this book. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this channel. For good reason. I think that's the bottom rung right now. It was so misogynistic, it was like absolutely absurd. That's a big yikes. Oh man, The Ardent Swarm was fucking awesome. I think that will go... That probably goes here. Yep. Confident in that. Okay, Rebecca. That might go either at the end of Literally Perfect or the beginning of Solid. I don't think it was Literally Perfect though. So I think I'm gonna put it below Imaginary Friend and above The Elementals. That feels good to me. Leave the World Behind was so fucking boring. It'll probably go at the beginning of Yikes with Potential. That book had potential and the ending was really interesting, but like you can't have the first thing that happens in your book at like 80% of the way through. Dislike. Not a fan. Black Sun, mwah, a beautiful book. Oh no, is that above or below Mistborn? I think it might be above Mistborn. I think it might be above River God too. Does it beat The Kiss Quotient? Oh, they're just like such different books. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put it behind Kiss Quotient. They're basically tied though. The Other Black Girl, it was fine. That one had good potential. It just like wasn't presented in a way that I liked the best. It's definitely after Warlock. I think it goes like here. No, I liked it more than Outlawed. No, I don't know. I'm gonna go with my initial instinct. I'm gonna put it there. I talk about it in a different video. I'll link it somewhere. House of Leaves. Now, House of Leaves, if y'all haven't fucking read that book, it's a wild ride. I don't know if it's perfect. It requires quite a bit of effort to read. For enjoyment factor, it goes like here. Okay, The Vanishing Half, perfect book, amazing book. Social commentary piece, probably above The Other Bolin Girl. I had more of an emotional reaction to Anxious People. Oh, House in the Cerulean Sea. This absolutely is probably my favorite book that I read this year, hands down. If you haven't read it, it is like literally reading a blanket. It is the most feel-good book I have ever experienced, ever. It was so good. It was so good. Okay, Beach Read. Beach Read was good. I liked Beach Read. It's probably in like the Wedding Game area. Maybe above the Wedding Game, but below Dune? Or above Dune and below Mysteries of Adolfo? No, I think that my instinct is right there. Okay, no one is talking about this. Oh, that book was fine. It was really forgettable. It probably goes like here. The problem with it is it felt like two books in one. That was kind of the point of it, but I think it could have been done better. It might be lower. I think I'm gonna leave it there because I did have a nice emotional catharsis at the end of it, like a nice emotional reaction. Okay, Song of Achilles. This was good. I really liked it. I think it was lived up to the hype. Just very linear for me. Not my favorite for that reason. I think it probably goes probably below the reading list. I liked Ariadne better. Next, we've got The Guest List by Lucy Foley. That was a fun read. I don't read a lot of thrillers, but I really liked that one. That might go below Song of Achilles. Or above. I think below. Midnight Library was next. That was okay. I didn't love it. I don't think it was quite Yikes with potential. It was just like kind of blah. Sue me. That one maybe goes here. Okay, Salem's Lot is next. I really liked Salem's Lot. This is so much harder than I thought it was gonna be. Salem's Lot probably goes maybe above Norwegian Wood. It might go between Norwegian Wood and Ariadne. Actually, it might be lower. I think it maybe goes here. Maybe it goes here. This is bad. It's between Song of Achilles and the reading list. Yeah, I think so. Poison Study is next. That was such a nostalgic read for me. That's probably like here. It gets extra points for nostalgia. Once a Future Witches is next. That's also a perfect book to me. Oh no. Is it better or worse than The Kiss Quotient? I actually think it needs to go below Black Sun. I think Black Sun and The Kiss Quotient had more to say. Not a lot more. And I think it's better than River God. Next is Little Eyes. Little Eyes is awesome. I did not like it better than Imaginary Friend. It probably goes right here. It was so freaking creepy. If you're looking for like a good sneaky psychological thriller, it had a good twist. It was fun. Oh no, I'm losing my voice, guys. This is bad. Okay, No Heaven for Good Boys by Keisha Bush. That book was great and really depressing. Oh, I wish I could ask you what you think. I think that probably goes here. Or down a little bit more. I think I'm gonna put it between Poison Study and Dune. Okay, moving on. Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. That book was also really good. That probably goes right here, above Salem's Lot and below the reading list. Talk about secondhand embarrassment. 100 Years of Solitude, the beloved classic that I hated. Oh man, I couldn't recommend this to anybody. It was all nihilism and really uncomfortable relationships that I was not happy to read about. This probably goes, it's problematic though, but it had really nice writing, objectively. I think it goes between Desert God and Not One of Us. At least I remember something about 100 Years of Solitude. I don't know, but it was so problematic. I might put it at the end of Big Yikes. But I enjoyed People Like Her more than I enjoyed 100 Years of Solitude. Yep, that's where I'm going. If you like that classic, someone please tell me why. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. That is a beautifully perfect book. I don't know if it's better than Stardust. It might have been. I think I enjoyed Other Bull and Girl a little more, and I think Stardust a little less, because I did not have any emotional catharsis with Stardust. This is how my brain works. Okay, Interior Chinatown. I have not talked about this book nearly enough on this channel, but that book is really good, although it's written a little weirdly. I think that goes above No Heaven for Good Boys and below Dune. Yep, we're gonna stick with that. Wolf Hall. Oh, Wolf Hall. Wolf Hall was honestly really fucking good, but it took me like a quarter of the book to figure out how the hell she was writing it. I don't know how long that was zoomed in like that, so my bad. So I think it's gonna go at the end of this. It might go at the beginning of this. It's hard for books that are like written really well and I can acknowledge that they're written really well. I legitimately feel like I don't know what happened for the first half of the book. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. It was really well written and it was incredibly well researched and honestly probably ruined most historical fiction for me. But I feel like I have to read it again so I actually know what the hell happened. Okay, Night Circus is next. I loved that book. The ending was a little like, and everything's okay now, but I really did like it. Might go like right here. When We Were Orphans, that book was good. Again, it was written really beautifully. It just like wasn't really a book for me. That might go like here. Better or worse than Court of Thorns and Roses? I don't know. I think it has to be better because it prompted a lot of reflection for me. Maybe it goes at the top of this. No, excuse you. Can you stop that? The only reason I didn't like it is just because I'm not like a huge atmospheric person. So we'll leave it like that. Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker. That book was great. I think if you're looking for a good linear feminist Greek retelling, solid. I don't think I liked it as much as Song of Achilles. Oh my gosh, we're down to the last 6. Okay, Mexican Gothic, a perfect book. If you're looking for a good Gothic horror, that's a great place to start. Mexican Gothic, I think goes, oh, definitely up here somewhere. I think it might go like here. Cam Girl by Elliot Wake. It was a good book. I did like the writing. I didn't like the relationship that was presented though. So Cam Girl is gonna go probably above the Midnight Library. Pet Cemetery. I'm so sorry, Steven. I think it's a yikes with potential. I did not like the subject matter of that story. I did not know what it was about, and I wish I hadn't read it. But like it was written really well, and I actually think I liked it better than Leave the World Behind. So we're gonna put it here. It's the top of yikes with potential. Ooh, okay, The Shining is next. Where does The Shining fit in up here? Maybe, I think it probably goes here. Does that make sense? Or would it be above Mexican Gothic? I think it's below Mexican Gothic. I'm gonna stick with that. The Quest by Wilbur Smith. Bad. The worst book I read this year. Hands down, the worst book I read this year. It's literally about a 200-year-old man grooming a child. It wasn't even written well. Dislike. And the last Wilbur Smith book, which is Pharaoh, although you can't see it on here. I don't remember what happens in this book. I don't think it was very good. It probably goes like here. There we go. We did the thing. We did the thing, guys. Best book of the year was House in the Cerulean Sea. Worst book of the year was Wilbur Smith's The Quest. I literally ripped that book up instead of donating it because I don't think anyone should read that book ever. I am super curious to know what you guys think. If you think some of these books should be in a different order, let me know. I'm curious. This was super fun. Thanks for bearing with my poor clogged voice. If you haven't seen this video yet, I would highly recommend you go and check it out. It's super fun. Have a lovely rest of your day. Have a great reading time until the next time that I see you. And then I'll do it all over again. I'm losing my mind, so I'm gonna sign off now. Bye. I'll see you in my next video.